What's going on, beautiful people? Today I'm going to be showing you how ADG takes something like a gallery piece behind us to the finished result on location in a client's property, like their business or office. That's the same thing, their home or something like that. So I've got a whole video on this setup, complete, like the filtration, all the fish, the hardscape, how it comes to fruition. If you want to see that, there's a playlist going, an ADG playlist. But the whole point of this gallery, and you can see all the lights aren't on yet, this one just comes on when they switch on the main lights. But the whole point of this gallery is you can bring clients along and show them what they could potentially have. And this is one of those tanks as well that really inspired one of the clients, and they wanted it recreated on location. So we'll go there now. So we're now on location at the client's. What are we at, guys? What is this? What is this room?
So this will be like the break room area.
Yeah.
We're at a company called Walter P. Moore. So they're one of the world's largest structural engineering firms. And so they've got a really wonderful concept here. This is a break area for lunches and obviously a coffee bar and such over there for employees. So it's, again, kind of a common I guess a break space.
Yeah.
You'll see also they have a ping pong table over there.
We call it a common room.
Yeah, so, common room. There you go. That would be the call for it, So, and of course they wanted to incorporate an aquarium. They'd had an aquarium at one of their other offices in Atlanta, and they liked it, so they contacted us, and it's worked out beautiful the way we've incorporated the aquarium into the space. Again, we call it ADG style. Working in, beautiful hardscape, taking into consideration maintenance, consistency of the look of the aquarium long term in a space like this, and also melding the design of the aquarium with the interiors of the space.
Yeah. See that. Mike, what's the lighting on this one?
So this is the Kessel track lighting system. This will be their A360 Tuna Sun model.
Yeah.
It's also been calibrated for A360X Tuna Sun, my apologies. It's also been calibrated for this location, so they're able to take the aquarium depth of water from the height of the surface of the water to the ceiling and calibrate these lights for our custom needs. And then this one we incorporated their shades so that when people are walking around the aquarium, they're not distracted by any direct LED lighting to their eyes. But this aquarium's been running now for several months. It runs during, from probably 8 to 5, 5 to 6 days a week, and you can see there's, very minimal surface algae in the aquarium.
It looks spot on. Okay, Jeff, can you tell me a little bit about the fish selection in the tank? Why you've sort of gone for these particular fish?
Yeah, for sure. So one of the first ideas in my head was the humphead glassfish. Just something about them that's very unusual, but we've had really good success with integrating them with, other the types of fish that we're using in layouts like this. And just, people love the kind of see-through aspect of it, et cetera. The archers are another one that just are awesome at inhabiting sort of that top section of the aquarium. And so, we're seeking some of that stratification. You've got top guys, you've got fish filling in the middle space, and of course the bottom dwellers as well. So we've got quite a collection building here of different loaches and botillas, and so really we're trying to create, of course, some visual interest, and this being a commercial setting in a workspace for people, you want a variety of different fish for them to interact with. We are sticking with a more Southeast Asian theme as well, so we're not opposed to mixing different regions of fish together, but in this case we're finding just kind of the overall vibe and aesthetic works better staying kind of within that Southeast Asian realm. And again, it's a relatively new stocking, so a lot of the fish will obviously continue to grow and occupy their space in the aquarium even more and more. It's a nice group of roseline sharks there. It's another cool one, and we've really become fond of the panda barb also. So, to me, there's a kind of a subtle architectural element here where the fish have a really cool integration with the hardscape, and we just take into consideration too the surrounding interior, the vision of the architect in a space like this is something we're really trying to kind of continue in the aquarium, but of course balancing all the compatibility and the long-term growth and behavior of the fish as well.
Right, I am at Nana's house. This place is absolutely beautiful. You come on in, Nana. This is your tank. Wow, let me grab the camera. So what a spectacle for your guests to have. Literally, you come in the door this way, you turn to the side, boom, look at the size of it. I'm assuming you're happy with it.
I couldn't be more, excited to have such a nice space to come and unwind any part of the day. These guys here at ADG, amazing job from beginning all the way to end, from design, selection, quality of fish, everything from maintenance, made my life and my house a very special place, and for all of our guests as well.
Yeah, this is probably one of the best home aquariums I've ever seen, if I'm honest.
It's a big statement.
The only thing topping it is exhibits in zoos where they, but that's a completely different vibe. This is a full-on chilled area. I don't know if you can pick up on the ambient sound, but there's a constant sort of mystical music playing as well, which you don't even hear anymore, no?
Yeah, me.
You're so used to it.
Sometimes guests have to tell me, "Hey, you guys have music playing?" Oh yeah, I forgot there's some in the aquarium because it just blends in.
Yeah. Oh,
There's
Mike's just arrived. And Jeff's here as well, of course. Like the whole crew. First time seeing it, Mike. Yeah, since
I haven't seen it since we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just telling Jeff that. So I was excited for you to see it.
Yeah. Takes my breath away.
look at the size of some of those fish, Mike.
Yeah.
Just a harmonious interplay that's not easy to achieve, to have that balance. Everybody just got
It's like they're all the same wavelength.
Like, it must be nice to come back to something that you are so heavily sort of involved in.
Yeah.
And seen it evolve in this way, because obviously the hardscape doesn't evolve, but the fish.
There was a lot of sleepless nights. I'll never forget when you came into my office and sat down, and he gave me the official go-ahead to do this. And when he did, he was like, I just remember he said, so he handed me the deposit. He says, this is a lot. He says, you don't let me down. You sure you got this?
Heck, Jimmy, wait, the pleasure.
I was.
Yeah, but you got it.
I'd say there was a little bit of hesitation. You might have some buyer's remorse later, but then we did it. And then the other main thing too, I remember coming in is just and there's still probably some tweaks and adjustments that have to be made from time to time, but it was just getting all the cabinetry done. That was actually the most challenging part about the whole thing.
Because it's not just the tank, it's the whole thing.
The thing in the wall, and when you see how closely this is all fitted, to the wall and everything over here.
So tidy.
Yeah. And this just wasn't, there's glass here in the middle, but this is a frame here with glass, recess. So normally you would see, either a solid shelf or a glass shelf, but this does allow, subtle light to pass through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then if you look here, there's no such thing as a straight wall. This is tight all the way down, even to the baseboard down there. So that's the details right there.
All the viewers are going, just show us the tank. But obviously, because it's your project, you're like,
No, it's collaborative. It's the whole team.
Yeah. Look at this guy. Whoa. So is the stocking done for you? Is it done, or is there anything you've got your eye on, or?
You can never have enough Playcos. I always ask, the Don and Jerry to keep a lookout at any kind of special rare Playcos, because you can have so many. I have so many under those rocks that come out on the blue moon. It's always like a nice special visit. But as far as the main fish, I think we're almost there.
Yeah, if you overdo it, you don't have any negative space in the crab, and the negative space is just as important as the areas that are full. So,
and just those 3 Chelseas up there just give it that subtle color, just that
right at the top,
little pop there, yeah,
they're cool.
And those are some of the original rummy nose that have survived.
Yeah, I was just telling the story. I thought Yeah, they're okay with wormy noses, and I added like 20 more to see if they'll last, but they kept the 6. They accepted them in the family.
This Lego here popping out. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't got a clue what these are all called, but people into Plecos definitely will, won't they?
Sure.
This guy wants a kiss. Yeah. I knew that was a royal, to be fair. That's the one I do know.
And you've got another one there. Just came in.
With a typhoon.
That's probably one of the most collectibles, and then that's the Typhoon.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever seen that big
I
person.
haven't either. I have
Never. I've never seen that big a person.
So big. Particularly this one. This one looks like a tank.
Yeah.
So orange you like go. Massive.
It just looks solid, you know?
He blends in with the wood so nice.
Yeah.
The bit of orange.
Look at that shot right there.
So we're now at another location, and this is a full-on planted tank. Now, this planted tank wasn't done by Jeff, who we've seen does a lot of the planted tanks in the gallery. It is done by Corey. Let me show you Corey. Hello, Corey. Hello. Can I film you?
Of course you can.
So I've actually known Corey I knew of Corey for a long, long time because I used to watch his YouTube channel, which you don't do so much of anymore.
No,
Not
at all.
No, but very skilled. It was quite funny because I was in ADG and then someone said Corey and I was like, can't be that Corey, can't be that Corey. And then someone said Corey Hopkins and I was like, I know him. But yeah, so Corey's very talented as well. As you can see here, this was all done by you, yeah?
Yes, it sure was. All done by me. This is the second aquascape that I've done in this one.
Okay.
The first one was more of kind of a jungle scape. We had just like ridiculous plants from here to there. I mean, just crazy. And then this one I went with a kind of a all around, sand all the way around. It's an island in the middle with some composition.
It looks so good. I love this explosion here. Like dense hatra.
This is interesting because this spot right here is actually a media bag that I filled with aqua soil, but you cannot see it at all. It's tucked in there.
Where all those roots are going into.
Exactly. And what I did, I just literally tied the H-Rock to it,
Yeah.
and then it just grew itself into it.
That's quite cool.
That's the only aqua soil that's in the entire thing.
Ah, okay. So we have got. Well, do you know what the fish are? Like
Yeah.
wise? Because I couldn't.
Yeah, so the black, with the blue iridescence there, we have Hyphesobricon margite. And then the blue with the red, those are a blueberry tetra.
I've never had those. I'd love to have those.
They're pretty amazing.
Blueberry tetra. I have to remember that. I'm going to come back to this video.
Those are really cool, and they're kind of you don't find them too often, either of these fish in the hobby. That's something that we like to bring in, or kind of more rare fish.
We've got tons of cherries dotted around as well. I'm guessing they're breeding well, yeah?
Yeah, I had 25 when I first set this up, and they're just countless. I mean, there are countless.
So this one's on fire.
Big old female. Yeah.
I did see a pistogramma just a minute ago. Well,
I did.
Little male.
There's a couple of them. So the Tania Cara, well, there's two of them. There's a beautiful male. He's coming out now. He's right over here. Here he is. Tania Cara is when he's out and about and he's doing his thing and he flashes the beautiful spade tail that he has, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Really cool. And then there's a female that he chases around, but she lives down in there.
I'm going to have to overlay with B-roll. I can't leave until I film them. So the interesting about this tank, right, first of all, lighting. We've got Chihiros, is it? Vivid
Yes.
RGB2. Yep. Whoa, I'm way too bright. I need to put auto on. Hang on, there we go. Auto ISO. It's just easier in a situation like this. Yes, we've got two of them. This is a 4-foot tank, yeah?
Yes, 4 foot by 24 by 24.
And then down below it, this is obviously all usually closed up, so it's all tidy.
Yeah,
because we're in a mess room, like that's what we call a mess room. So what would you call it? Break room.
Break room.
Yeah. We call it a mess room because in the UK it would be a mess.
It would be.
So we have got auto top off in the middle. Awesome looking CO2 system. Look at that. That looks well plush.
It's a nice CO2 system over here to the Ferrari of all canister filters.
Yeah.
ADA ES 1200 Superjet.
Superjet. What's this number up here?
So up here, this is how we actually inject the CO2. We run it straight inline,
Yep.
so we don't take any space in the aquarium itself for the CO2 system.
But what's the number for? Is that temp?
Oh, this. That's our heater.
Oh, the heater. Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it was collected in line as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nope. Yeah, we run a heater in this one just because it kind of fluctuates a lot as far as temperature
yeah.
throughout the year. So I just want to keep it at a straight 74.
We've got a nice surface skimmer.
Yep.
With lily pipes. Nice. What else is all this? Auto dosing system?
This is an
Oh,
auto
water.
doser. Got an auto doser. This is the auto top off.
Yeah.
Of course, that's just the little sensor for the auto top off.
Yeah.
I filled it up a little higher than normal. But yeah, and then I have the auto dose system.
So basically, it could run itself. You come back
runs
once a
itself.
week.
I come on Fridays and I clean the glass. I clean around in the sand.
Just the finishing touch.
Yes,
Just
I
keeps
do.
it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't dose it. I don't do anything. It does all of that. I set it so it doses it 4 times a week. Yeah, it seems to be running. I mean, like pretty strong.
It's very nice. The other side, you can see it from the other side, which I'll overlay footage of now, and that would obviously be where potential clients or other people would be that wouldn't come into the break room, so they're going to see a more framed version of it.
They would, yeah, exactly. And then on this side, because this would probably be the most viewed.
Yeah.
Everybody's in here, they're doing their, having their break lunch, whatever. So I kind of made this one more of the visual impact, especially with the bright red right in the center as a focal point.
Do you know what would be cool? It would completely ruin the natural look, but you could shape that into a nice love heart.
Oh,
Like Valentine's Day or something.
Oh, hey, that's a great idea. I'll do that for Valentine's Day. Yeah, so I made this side the more visually impactful just because of the situation,
So much
a
moss.
little bit more difficult to reach back there, especially from this area.
With the pinnacle feeder.
Yeah, exactly. So the pinnacle feeder is in there and just doing this thing. I've done probably 3 or 4 trims on that thing. Same thing with the Rotala. Every time I do that, I just come in here. Wow. Like literally take it down there and it just does this. And I'll bring it to ADG and there's a beautiful H-rod there.
Cool.
So yeah, a bunch of moss. I got weeping moss. I've got spiky moss as well.
Done a great job.
Thank you.
Love it. So I'm currently at a really, really plush sort of law firm, and this is one of the installs that ADG have done, and it's the finished product. Now, it's not obviously, it's far removed from what I create, but it's in keeping with the whole theme of what's around us. You, sir, I need you. I need you. So it's kind of like a, what would you call it? It's like an artificial reef, but the idea is that it ties in with the background. That's right, Mike, yeah?
That's right. Hello, Mark. How are you doing?
What?
Yes.
I'm doing fantastic.
That's good. It's good to see you.
Look, we've been together for the past 2 days.
Still, I can't get enough. So, let me explain this for a moment.
Yeah.
Because this is not something that people normally associate aquarium design groups work with. But again, meeting what the client was wanting in the aquarium. So, aquascaping wise, there's a few natural elements in here, kind of bringing a little bit of earthiness to it.
Yep.
But yes, this is artificial coral pieces placed in here. But as you look at the space, look at the room, look at the colors, look at what's happening, most importantly, look at the fish selections that we've chosen. It works well as a design element within the space, and that's what we're trying to do. So this is artificial cast molded, so we're not having to worry about things changing water chemistry or altering pH or anything like that. Through the filtration system down below, you can see how absolutely clear this aquarium is. And again, it's another one of our approaches that we take using the fluidized bead filter and a Eheim canister filter plumbed underneath as well. What I particularly liked, and again, I hate to keep using the word challenges, is if you do notice, this is a conference room where the aquarium bisects the room, and then we have budded glass panels coming up here, which was a very unique transition, something that we had not done before. And so it works very, very well in the space. You can see how just impeccably clear that water is. The tinfoil barbs with their orange working well with the orange pieces of decorative coral, with the orange chairs, other art pieces within the space also. So
can I ask, how come so you've gone for a reef theme, yet you chose freshwater fish and a freshwater setup? Is there any particular reason? Maintenance?
great question. So the reason for going with freshwater, not saltwater, was one, the maintenance involved with saltwater. We would have had to have on-site water makeup. That would have been one concern. Frequency of maintenance, cost of maintenance. And then two, even though you could have a very healthy saltwater aquarium, fish health does become a little bit more of a concern, a little bit more of a challenge to sometimes manage properly. And so here you have a lot of color, a lot of impact, ease of maintenance, lots of stability. So it was just, the choice to go with in this application. We certainly would have easily have done a saltwater fish only aquarium had it been to the client's request. But to the unknown eye, us hobbyists know looking at. We know this is freshwater, but to somebody coming in the office just looking for a beautiful aquarium that's relaxing, it's a focal piece, it's an art piece. We've got lots of color, and to the untrained eye, you could almost fool them telling them this is saltwater
No,
fish.
they wouldn't know at all.
Yeah,
They wouldn't know at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lemon yellows, which are nice in this setting because they will produce. If you notice, there's even a little group over here in the corner of some Burchardi, which will kind of work down there. It'll be fascinating once they spawn and protect their babies. And granted, those babies may not last long in this aquarium, but just for people to kind of see that, the behavior and everything is what's so fascinating.
That's great. So for people like myself and most of you watching, fresh planted tank people, freshwater planted tanks and saltwater reefs, we can be quite snobbish in a way in regards to a tank like this. But you've got to remember, the majority of people want a nice aquarium, and to them this is absolutely stunning. It's not any use to a place like this to have a full planted tank to have to try and maintain. They just want something beautiful that's gonna capture the people as they walk past, have a little look at it, and then on with a day. Oh, do you remember that tank that we saw at that law firm? That's it. Or if you're working here, something you can have a little look at every time you go past. So it's very different from what I do, but it's kind of like its own genre, if you like.